Hello, hello. Welcome to the daily 1 hour live political tarot reading on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn around here. This is my co-host, Boo Boos and Kitty. Oh, the good boy. He is the good boy. Yes, he is. And he seems to be happier being in here with me. Again, now that I brought in, this was the bed in the other room he was sleeping in, so I literally just picked him up in it and carried him in here yesterday. And he seems much happier. He has more room to stretch out. And one day, you're going to tune in for a live stream, and he's going to have there's going to be like a canopy with like fish hanging from the and little mice all the way around doing a little dance of worship of the kitty. And if I could do that for you, if that would make you happy, I would do it. Yes, I would. Because you're a sweetheart. Your little heart on your face. You're a good boo-boo. He's a good boy. Hello, everybody. Hello, sweetheart. Got lemons today. Thought you might like that. And when I picked up the Gilded Royale Tarot deck out of the box, which I felt like using today, I was looking at the bullying face of Donald Trump when he was a teenager at the military school. Just big ol' meanie. So, arg. Anyway. I usually spend the first 10 or 15 minutes and I get your I take your questions. Please, if you put anything in all caps in the chat, that's to speak to me, and then you guys can otherwise just talk amongst yourselves, and I will know that is not for me. That is because you guys have some of the fascinating conversations, and I glance up every once in a while. It's like, well, okay, I'm not getting, because I sometimes I'm like, what is that? And it turns out it's like a big complicated thing that's been going on for half an hour, and I'm like, okay, because you guys are really supportive of each other, and I'm so grateful. I also want to thank our moderators. Oh my gosh, talk about a Herculean task that they just crush every single day. There's Jean right there. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Kathy W. and Keisha and Noelle and Linda, and I know I'm forgetting people, but thank you so very much. So if I don't acknowledge you or I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal, I promise. I would hate to think that I'd hurt your feelings. That I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not like, oh, well, that person I don't want to talk to. No, I'm not. It's never like that. So, I'm so sorry to hear that and cover the news. I happened to glance up. Does anybody know? I mean, I understand. I try to keep it clean around here, so I understand if you don't want to put it in the chat. But does anyone know what that Republican called AOC? Because, gosh, it apparently is vile. And he didn't just call her that once. He called her once. He said he didn't, but there are witnesses, and there was a journalist who overheard it. And then he apparently, according to her, said it again later. So, yeah. Yeah, I've dealt with the public too. Yeah. It can go very bad very quickly. Yeah, but anyway, we're here now, and we're here, and hopefully this is not going to get ugly. I will not be torturing you with anything but bad jokes, silly nails, bad camera angles, and kitty cuteness. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. I have my cocoa. Okay, so blessings to all, absolutely. Okay, Maria. Okay, so let me scroll up and look for anything in all caps. Uncover the news, Kristen. Kristen's back. Okay, will sending troops to Chicago backfire on Trump? Will they try to attack the gangs? I read on this yesterday, actually. Is he going to send his goons to Chicago? And what I got was, no. There's going to be some kind of legal, either injunction or legal block of some nature. But if he does, that would not end well. I basically, I didn't want to go too much into it, but if they tried that in Chicago, I really got that there could very well be some deaths, and not just of protesters. There's been a lot of, first of all, the jig's up, so that's just, they're gonna have trouble pulling this off again. But this whole, you go to Chicago in an unmarked vehicle, you put on a bunch of camo with your buddies, and you go grab a random protester. Good luck. That's all I've got to say. So, I'll just throw that out there. Okay, Calabasas Gal is back. Hi, Autumn. Will Trump make good on his threat to shut down the post office? The post office. The post office. I'll definitely ask, but really? I mean, think about it. There are places in the country where, in progress, there are places in the country where you have to use well water. I mean, there isn't even, like, you can't even get your water from the town or the city or the government, but you get the mail, you get, post office. Matter of fact, in most post offices, I think Elizabeth Warren talked about this. When in most countries, you can, well, to the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong, but to the best of my knowledge, the post office can even be a sort of bank in a number of countries, and yeah. So the idea of just the post office, really? So, okay. Let me see. Anything else? Oh, good tomorrow, friend, says Kat with her amazing kitties and hearts and sunshine and chocolate. The sunshine's for the kitty, the chocolate's for us. Anyway, goodness. Okay, Robin. Oh, Robin had a question, and then this thing jumped. Hang on. Gotta find Robin's question again. Okay, Robin. What's really going on with Trump's test for memory, because he acts like he has dementia or Alzheimer's? Okay, I'll read on that. My only concern about that, because we already know he's the human embodiment of the 7 deadly sins. And my only worry is that if he gets diagnosed with something like that, then he'll use it as a legal excuse to get away with everything. And it's like, no. He did all this, and he needs to pay for it. He ripped babies out of their mother's arms. We're done. Anyway, Maria, blessings to all, sweet Autumn. I guess that what I just said wasn't very sweet. Are we going to have non-fossil fuel vehicles in 10 to 15 years? That's a great question. I've had a question like that in ages. Still thinking about having anything but politics night over on Patreon. My poor long-suffering patrons. It's most of the time it's all I can do to just keep a daily live stream going. So, but I definitely want to do something to help over there. Wondering Eyes. Oh, another fantastic moderator. I love silly nails and kitty cuteness. Oh, good. So do I. Okay, Robin has another question. Can Georgia's governor really stop Atlanta mayor from talking to the press? I know that he was trying to stop her from using masks, but No. No, he can't. Absolutely not. That's not even a possibility. He can try, but no. Oh, AOC was called a, oh, great. Thank you for letting me know, Clotho. I appreciate that. Kathy Anderson, vote by mail. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, let me add that on to this, because that's really what this, is part of this is coming down to. Okay, Jean, have you read on Barr's press conference blaming China, never mentioning Russia stealing our virus research? I haven't read on it. What would you like me to read on? What would you like to know about Barr? So just let me know, please. I will not, DLC is saying, I will not be watching the Trump show later today. I understand. I'm going to try to avoid it myself. Just wait for the stupid highlights, the highlights of stupidity. Her reply was, blank gets stuff done. Awesome. Good for her. Okay. And I just noticed because of all of the emojis, did you hear Trump blamed Obama for stopping testing on COVID-19? Yeah, because the 19 stands for 2019. That's what the 19 is for. Ugh. Okay, Greg. Hello, Greg. Will there be a presidential portrait done on Trump? If so, will it be hung in a janitorial closet? A fableep, bableep, Micheal. I love that. How gentlemanly of him, of course. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. I'm so glad you guys are here. You make this bearable. You really do. Oh. Okay. Robin. She's trying to get a gag order. She's trying to get a gag order on her. She was on Joy's show last night, said her husband said good luck with that. Marriage. We call him Barf at my house. Says Wondering Eyes. I like that. I'll just show that. Kristen, will Trump steal or destroy White House artifacts? I've read on that recently, and what the answer was no, because actually the question was, will he destroy or sell, steal or sell? And it was surprised me the strength of the feeling of archivists, of people who are they're people in charge of every one of those treasures, who keep a very close eye, that nobody hurts them, walks away with them, and I wasn't getting him even having much of an opportunity to. You'd think it, at some point he'd be able to just reach out and damage something, but I wasn't getting anything like that. Melissa, I love this. Trump's portrait should be hung face to the wall in the jiffy. I'm going to guess that is the loo, or the ladies or gentlemen's. Facing the wall, that is awesome. Okay, Jean, Michael Cohen is suing Barr. Will he win? That is important. That is important. It's just, it amazes me how much empathy I feel for, or really sympathy I feel for that. He's done not nice things. Michael Cohen has done really not nice things. But there's something about him when I read on him. It's like he wants to do better. Yeah, and he's paying for what he did. So, bless. Okay, so anyway, I've got some questions here, and I have the cuteness. I have the cuteness right here. Yes, I do. I have just that good kitty. I have my good energy generator right here. Precious. Precious. Good kitty. Okay. Good boy. Oh, precious. We all love a redeemed sinner. True. So, okay, what is this? Okay, so where am I? Okay, we are nearing 16. Oh, you're okay, sweetheart. Defunding the post office. Will Trump make good on his threat to shut down the post office? Really? Does Trump think he's on a reality show? No, he just thinks he's the center of the universe. His sun is in Sagittarius, I believe, because it's right across from his. Yes, his sun is in Gemini, and his moon is straight across because he was born right around an eclipse. So, he was born. So his moon is in Sagittarius, which is probably a good thing, because if it was in Leo, he would be insufferable, even more insufferable. Okay, Nelson, hi Autumn, please remind our friends here to hit the like button and subscribe. The support bumps your channel up. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. With flowers and pumpkins and kitties and thumbs up, and thank you. Yes, please. Oh, my one down votes. My one down vote is here. Should we name the person who downvotes me every day? By the time I finished yesterday, I had 2 downvotes. But no, there's always one. There's always one. What should we name our downvoter? Something nice. No. We want it to be something nice. Okay, we're at 17. Okay. Is Trump going... Karen. Spot, I like that. Downer Donnie. Okay. Is Trump... Okay. Where are you, Don? Donnie. Dumpty. Why does it feel like he's stuffing his face with chocolate right now? I don't know if he eats chocolate, but that's what it feels like. Okay. There's a part of him that's actually worried that he's going to embarrass himself again, but that part is being squashed down as quickly as possible, which might be why he's stuffing his face with, it may not be literal chocolate, it might just be like junk. Let me see here, I've got my eyes closed, so sorry guys, just a second. So is Trump going to defund the post office? Post office. Kind of essential. I've had a post office since the beginning, to the best of Daily Troll Stroll. Hierophant. Yeah, it's an institution. It is key. It is a key institution. Let me see if I can turn on the Klieg light. There we go. Yeah, it's an institution. It's central. It's important. It's government. It's government does. There are just a few things that government absolutely has to do. Like, or it doesn't even have to do, it's just like government, you have a post office. Troll down thumb name, Wrong Way Peach Fuzz, Rocky and Bullwinkle. I don't know that one. It's cute though. 3 of Cups. High Priestess. Empress. Fool. Tower. Well, no. He's going to try, but they're going to find ways around him, and America's right in the center of this, and then there's a fool in a tower, and he's the fool, and we know that the tower's coming for him. I'd say no, he's not going to defund the post office, and that's pretty straightforward, so hey, I like it. Heartburn McSilly. I like it. Will Trump supporters finally see he's a con man? Not the core supporters. They never will. I mean, come on. There's, and I don't mean come on like anything negative toward you, but Roger Stone. Roger Stone deserves a come on right before his name. Come on. Roger Stone has a Nixon tattoo on his back. Who has a Nixon tattoo? Really? That's just that. Yeah. Anyway. And you know, I'm big on art. Big on art. Love art. We need to support art. We need to push art. It is a means of self-expression that is nonviolent. So I'm not against tattoos, but Nixon? Really? Anyway. All right, what's next? Trump's memory test. Okay, so this just became 21. So what's really going on with Trump's memory test? Acts like he has dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. I am still, I said this at the beginning, but for anyone who's using the timestamping, which is always available in the description box, and or the first pinned is the first comment. It's a list of questions I covered today with the numbers, so you can just go straight to where you're going, or straight to what you're interested in. What I said earlier is my only concern about people pushing the idea that he has dementia is that they're going to use it as an excuse so that he is not held accountable for what he's done. There's probably some truth to that, Holly, but no, he does it to himself. He's a narcissist. He has no empathy, but it's not that he doesn't have feelings. He does. They're all about himself, and he does comfort eat. Well, it's more like comfort gluttony. Comfort eating, you know, going face first in the grease trough. I know people who comfort eat. I think it's pretty natural to comfort eat sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he's just his ego, for all that he thinks he's the center of the universe. His ego is about this big and it's made of blown glass. And it is, you know, like every time, like remember when Obama was telling jokes about him and everybody was laughing, but he was just scowling. He was just so angry. And it was like, oh, Dave's saying vegan cupcakes are my comfort food. Oh, I hear you. Alex Kitty says, hi, Autumn, even though he's asleep upside down in his cat bed. Mr. Potato Head, Michelle is suggesting. Okay. But he comfort eats. You know, and the thing that a lot of people don't they don't put together is that if you've got clogged arteries, then you've got clogged capillaries. And if you have clogged capillaries, guess what's in your brain? All kinds of capillaries that get clogged, and that's really bad. But you know, nobody likes being made fun of, but at the same time, I don't know, if Obama was telling jokes about me, I'd laugh. So where do you get vegan cupcakes? Yum, Whole Foods. Jim Marshall, famous wrong way touchdown. Could be. All right. The man is one giant clog. All right, Trumpy, what's going on with because you remembered all 5 words. All 5. And I've seen people like posted pictures of the test, and it's like, okay, remember it, look at these 5 words, and then look away and repeat them back. And I mean, I can't remember all of them because they were so mundane, but it was like, I don't know, cat, book, use, something, something. And you look away and you go, cat, book, use, something, something. But he was, yeah, he was bragging that he remembered all 5 words. 9 of Swords. Yeah, he doesn't sleep much. It's not good for his health. He thinks it's, I only need 4 hours of sleep. I think if he wasn't drinking lots of apple juice, to get juiced up. Apple juice. That's what we call it around here. If he wasn't having lots of apple juice, he might get some more sleep than 4 hours. 4 Swords, Hermit. This is not looking good. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, that's his belligerent side. Knight of Swords. 2 of Wands. I'm trying not to laugh. The cards just insulted the President of the United States. Basically, he's belligerent. We've got 2 Knights and the card of communication. Two of Wands, okay? Make sure there's no glare coming off of this. Okay, so he's belligerent. And behind that, usually the Hermit is the sign of, wisdom and knowledge and learning. But no, actually, it's right next to the card of quiet as a tomb. And the Hermit in this deck is neglected. Let's put it that way. And it's like, oh, look, a snake. I think I'll put him in my administration. There's not much going on. There's not much going on. So he does the belligerent thing. If anybody tries to, and certainly if any, just in general, but certainly if anybody tries to point out that he's not the sharpest not the sharpest. Yeah. But I wasn't getting illness. Tool in the shed. Yeah. Hello, Keisha. Linda, Jean. You guys are awesome. Part of what we're seeing is that he's not very bright. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. One of the things that point of privilege is personal, but it's relevant. One of the things that I have sworn is that when I finally someday meet a good man, or I try dating again, I am not going to date anyone who does not read. Because I find that there's a certain amount of emotional intelligence you get from reading. And he doesn't read. Trump doesn't read. He doesn't study. He doesn't listen to other people's perspectives. He doesn't, except, for 3 seconds, as long as they say his name in the middle of it. Do comics count? Exactly. I wouldn't even say, I don't even know that he has a learning disability. he's just never, he's never had to apply himself. He's never been held to account. He didn't even take his own SATs. His father got him into the schools by giving the schools money. And then once he was out of school, the lawyers took care of the legal stuff. The accountants took care of the accounting stuff. And during when Steve Schmidt, is it, who wrote Art of the Deal, would like sit with him, and he spent the whole day just flipping through swatches of fabric he was looking at for one of the buildings, just seeing what he liked. And when Mary Trump was hired to write the follow-up, she couldn't figure out what he did all day because he didn't do anything. But he had lots of affairs, and he went to lots of parties, and he, whatever. He's never had to apply himself. And if you don't use the gray matter, it just ages as is. And that's why I'm getting this Page of Pentacles. His education level is appallingly low because he's never added to it. He didn't apply himself in the first place, and he's never added to it. And people have said, oh, he has a copy of Mein Kampf. And he said something like, I've never read it. It's like, one, it's appalling you have it, but two, I believe he hasn't read it. He doesn't read unless it has his own name. I think he can read from a teleprompter. Not great on the speaking, but he can read from a teleprompter. He can read a magazine. As long as there's not too much vocabulary. So 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Tower again, Moon, Knight of Wands. Well, okay, 5 of Swords, this is insult to injury, which is that's kind of what he does. 8 of Wands is sending out a lot of, to do a lot of damage, but it's also incoming. I've said this before, but there's the only thing I don't like about this deck is that these wands are going up, like they're going to the moon, or Mars or something, but no, it's not. They should be going down. But the Tower's at the center, and the Moon and the Knight of Wands, it's just, I mean, it's possible the Tower in the center with the Moon is something happens to him, but I think he's just about to go through a really rough patch, and he's just belligerent, and he's not very bright. So, 5 draft deferments for 4-year college education. I hear you. Oh, Holly, I hate to hear that. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Okay, so that's Trump. He's just, what I'm getting, and I know this just, well, she's a Democrat, and she's just insulting him. It's what I'm getting. He's not very bright. Okay, so 34 and a bit. Hello, sweetheart. You don't read, but you're a kitty, and you're adorable, and you're a good boy. You are a sweetie. You are a sweetie. And you have the softest fur. Yes, you do. Okay, so we have a nice question. So at 35, are we going to have non-fossil fuel vehicles in 10 to 15 years? Good question. I mean, we're already certainly going toward the self-driving. All right, non-fossil fuel cars. Trying to reach out for the energy. Oh, there's all kind of, oh my gosh. There's so much technology coming. It's going to blow our minds. It really is. Look at that, 8 of Pentacles. Work, 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 work. They're working on it. They've got it. They're going. Hang on a second. Let me read on this. Let me close my eyes. Will we have... I'm guessing you mean predominantly, because right now we have electric cars. But is it going to become predominantly? We are going into the age of Aquarius. Aquarians love technology. They're good at it. Good at media, good at technology, good at, yeah. Page of Pentacles. So it's in infancy. 10 of Pentacles, Empress, 2 of Pentacles, oh, cleaning of the tail, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Well, what I've got in the center of the 2 of Pentacles is, well, let's put it this way. There are a lot of vested interests keeping the status quo. But the status quo is having problems. Going 100% non-fossil fuel is having problems, but keeping the status quo is having problems. In future, yes. I mean, this is the card, 6 of Cups can be the card of nostalgia, but with it right next to the 2 of Cups, this is about environmentalism and partnership. And so in future, yes. Because right now we're in an unsustainable situation. But this is a heavy anchor pulling us into the past. So it's going to increase. But there's definitely a heavy anchor. Oh, 2 there. Oh, okay, we're doing 5. Ace of Swords, technology. 6 of Wands, victory, and the King of Cups. Yeah, Democrats will be more for non-fossil fuel sources. Making it institutionally helped along. Queen of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Even the rich are starting to get electric cars and on and on. So Artemis, do cats snore? This one, every once in a while he snores. It's the tiniest little cutest thing ever. It's coming. Even the rich are getting, yeah. So it's definitely coming. So oh, excuse me. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. Okay, we're at 39. Next question. 39, presidential portrait of Trump. I like the facing the wall. I'm facing the wall. A presidential portrait of Trump. Is there a presidential portrait of Nixon in the White House? Anybody know? Well, there's certainly right-wing painters who would be willing to do it. Hello, Kathy. Kathy W. Along with Jean and Linda and others, fantastic moderators. Thank you. But Trump's portrait hanging in the White House. As a cautionary tale, probably. Leslie, I'll be asking for more questions here shortly, because I'm going to run out of the ones I've got. Six of Cups. There is a sense of nostalgia and remembering our history. So, nobody knows if there's a, no one knows if there's a portrait of Nixon in the White House? I don't know. And I've never been to Washington, D.C. I'd like to go someday. Nine of Cups. Lovers. Yeah, there's some people who are always going to like him. Queen of Cups. They're being respectful. Queen of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. He's not going to get pride of place, but there is a certain amount of, we have to remember our history. There's certainly people willing to paint it who were Trump supporters, who will always, you know, he was my president, kind of. Yes, it's in the Nixon bathroom. Ah, Dave. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. It's tolerance, but yeah, it's not going to have pride of place. It'll be like in the basement, kind of basement where people walk through, but so anyway. Maria, thank you, Autumn, for your reading today. Would like to see that non-fossil fuel cars within my lifetime. Oh yeah, it's increasing. It's going to keep increasing. But like I said, there's an anchor of the past. That's seriously vested interest. But Mims, hello. All right, let me get this question about Cohen, and then I will open the floor again. All right, so we're at like 42 and a half-ish, kind of. All right, Michael Cohen is suing Barr, saying that he was sent back to prison because he wouldn't agree to not write a book about Trump. He wouldn't agree to only say good things about the Orange Fuhrer. And you know how Renfield Barr is. How dare you how dare you say anything bad about the Fuhrer? Are you going to read on the master? No, Barr, I'm not even reading on you, you troll. Although I think there might be some dead flies or spiders in my basement you can have. Oh, goody. Yeah. Okay, Cohen. He's like there's something very, like, golden retriever-ish about him. Like, if a golden retriever had been brought up with, like, really nasty dogs. Like, really nasty dogs, but then you get him out of that environment and he reverts back to being a golden retriever. And he has been willing to pay his debt to society for what he's done wrong. People who've done their time, they deserve, you know, it's like, okay, you've done your time. You've paid your debt to society. But how's this going to go with Cohen? I'm being drawn to whatever this card is. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, he's already got a lot of it written. I don't know if it hasn't done, but he's already got a lot written. Work, 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 work. It's the Rihanna card. Work, 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 work. Okay, Three of Wands. I also, yeah, stuff coming back to bite Barr. Okay, Eight of Cups, Tower, Four of Pentacles, Magician, Three of Swords. What this feels like, I've got a, he needs the money. It's the card of either the miser or running out of money in the middle. I've got an Eight of Cups, which is witnesses, but he did testify in front of Congress, and then he still ended up going to jail. Okay. In future, battling for it, but it's like he's still, that doesn't feel very good. Like he still has to, it's like him being given home, house arrest was a privilege that could be revoked for any reason. It's really not fair, though. Certainly if Manafort, good grief, Manafort is allowed to be at home. So does Cohen, does he win? Does he manage to be able to at least have house arrest? Because of the illness going around, the death card. Eight of Wands, Rancor, King of Cups. It feels like, I hate to say this, but it feels like he's got to wait. What the cards are saying, he's going to have to wait until there's a new administration. This is not fair. Who has more control over the institutions? With the Sword of Truth. So it's once there's a new administration, everything gets better, but until then, it's icky. Anything else you can tell us about Cohen? He's hurting for money. Five of Pentacles, Temperance. His family's hurting for money, the world. This will come to an end. Four of Cups. Yeah, the new administration's going to give him a break, going to offer him a break. Star. And once he gets out, he'll, between the Star and the Two of Cups here, he'll be able to make money off of his being known, his notoriety. So, oh, man. Three of Pentacles. Well, actually, I just saw, I just glanced up, and Dave's saying Cohen is smart to do his time, write his book, and get the money. Three of Pentacles, the Craftsman. Get your money. And do the work, get your money, yeah. It's so infuriating. It's so infuriating. Please, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. No reader is 100% correct, ever. And I'm the first person to admit when I'm wrong, and I wish he would be allowed to stay at home, but yikes. All right, I think that's all I have at the moment, but I've still got a little bit of time. So, okay, anything in all caps. Sorry, I know you guys have put some things in all caps, but right now is your time. I'm here. I'm paying attention. I'm drinking my cocoa. I'm waiting for your political questions in all caps. And I'm looking at the kitty. Look at the kitty, because he's precious. Yes, he is. He's so precious. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Holly's saying Michael Cohen, Virgo Sun, Capricorn Moon. So he has that emotional need to be important in society. Okay. I've got 4 questions here. Let me just highlight all of them and see if I can copy. Oh, no, it won't let me. Let me do it. Let me see if I can copy all these in. Okay, so I'm just going to I will nip through these questions. Okay. We are at basically 51. Okay, will they send thugs to Milwaukee to interfere with the Democratic convention? Okay. Oh, sorry, guys, I don't know if I'll be able to get to all these questions today. I know I won't, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here every day. 7 days a week. Other than a few days when I had an emergency, I've been here every day since the day after Christmas, and I plan on being here all year. But I have the questions down here. Will they send thugs to Milwaukee to interfere with the Democratic convention? Did I read on Tucker Carlson? You'll have to let me know what's going up with him, because the whole him running for president thing's going to go nowhere. Will those who endorse Trump, like Goya, regret it? I think they already do, but I'll ask. Will the families at the border be reunited? I need to know that there's hope for healing. I will definitely ask. And will Trump send militia into Chicago? I read on this yesterday, but I keep getting the question repeated, so I will specifically look again. And what's good word from Spirit to lift us? Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for the question, Hazel, and thank you, Mims, for working hard to get that in front of me. Appreciate that. It's a great thing to end on. Okay, so we're now at 52. Okay, so is Trump going to try to send his goons, or Trump adjacent, going to try to send their goons to Milwaukee to mess with the convention, the Democratic convention? I'm getting that the convention's going to be seriously decentralized. The Democratic convention, seriously decentralized. But let me see what the cards have to say, because what I'm getting is, good luck, you know. There will be, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but, you know, it's like you show up and there's Jim and Betty, you know, and maybe their dog. And the unmarked van comes up and the guys in camo jump out, and it's like, hi, are you here for the convention? Wave a little Biden flag. How's it going? Seven of Wands on the defensive. Yeah, the courts are going to step in and say, no. Nine of Swords. Oh, they are worried about the convention. Sword of Truth. They're worried about the illness. They're worried about, and they are really being, really pushing the science, and they're using it as an example. Five of Swords, insult to injury. Eight of Swords. Yeah, but we don't fight back the way they do. Four of Pentacles. The fact that there's not going to be a convention is going to hurt Biden's fundraising, but he's got other people like the Lincoln Project and people like that willing to spend money for them. Trump is going to be particularly insulting and awful and ugly around the time of the convention. It's a day ending in Y, but yeah, most of it's going to be online, and yeah, I'm not getting goons. I'm getting Trump and his administration are going to be on the defensive before that happens. Okay, so Bismo, because this is the next question. Let's see here. So apparently, we're at 55. All right, so we've got sexual misconduct allegations. Really? Again, So is it, it's Hannity, Carlson, Ed Henry. Wasn't he just let go? Are being sued in federal court for sexual misconduct. Are the allegations true? Ugh. I'm pretty sure, wasn't, let me know, wasn't Ed Henry just fired? Oh, Bismo. Yeah, let's try not to use the R word. I know what you mean, but it really triggers people. But thank you. Micheal, House Speaker just arrested on $1 million bribery charge. We don't have much more info than that, or is there more? There could be. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get to read on that today. I'm so sorry. But I'll be back tomorrow, like I said. Yes, Ed Henry did terrible things. Okay, so I don't want to. Okay, I want to limit my exposure to this ickiness. So Ed Henry, he's done. Hannity and Tucker Carlson. Yeah. Ick. Put on your spiritual hazmat suit, kids. Yuck. All right, Hannity. Sexual misconduct allegations. Carlson, sexual misconduct allegations. Sorry, I got my eyes closed here for a second. Hannity, Carlson. All right, start with Hannity. Is it true? See, this part of the problem is I don't want to believe the worst about people, which I know makes me naive. I know what monsters you're capable of. I don't like believing that right off the bat. But boy, I've definitely got a bad taste in my mouth. Sexual harassment, son. Well, it's all coming to light. Oh, it was sexual harassment with Tucker and Hannity. Oh, yay. Hannity, 3 of Wands, what he does coming back to him. Chariot, things coming back quickly, moving quickly. Lovers, right in the middle. 7 of Cups, lying. 8 of Cups, witnesses, evidence, witnesses. Feels more like witnesses than evidence. That doesn't look good. Yeah, that's, those cards are very clear. That would be, allegedly, that would be a, yeah, not good. Not good. He doesn't think what he did was wrong. Surprise. All right, Tucker Carlson. 3 of Swords, Hierophant. 8 of Wands. Isn't he the biggest, doesn't he have the most popular show over on Fox? 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Well, there's a lot coming against him, and he's made a lot of people very unhappy. And in future, what I've got for him is more, he is hemorrhaging, what do you call it? The companies who buy the advertising, supporters. There's a word for it. My brain just went, no, blank. Sponsors. He's hemorrhaging sponsors already. Thank you, Holly. So, yeah. Thank you, Deb. Yeah. Yeah. He's just going to keep hemorrhaging sponsors. But for Hannity, he's going to lie about it, and it's going to be like, they're witnesses. So it's not. I think Tucker Carlson's already got major problems. So do either of them lose their positions, their shows, their audience, anything like that? Hannity, Carlson. Wheel of Fortune, just a matter of time, okay. Well, it's also saying that everybody loses their shows eventually. Ten of Wands, the burden for Hannity. Three of Wands, what he does coming back to bite him. Eight of Swords. He acts nice for a while. This is holding yourself still. This is, he's on his best behavior for a while, and just hoping that the whole thing blows over eventually. Carlson, Six of Wands, victory. Ace of Wands, more action. Nine of Swords, he's worried. He's made it this far, but he just keeps shooting himself in the foot. And both he and the higher-ups at Fox are worried. That's what I get for that. Okay. Thank you to my guides for blocking some of the worst of that energy from me. 62. I think this one will be pretty straightforward. But let's see. Will those who endorse Trump like Goya regret it? Thank you, Keisha. Will maybe let's support Trump like Goya regret it? People like Goya who are supporting Trump, will they regret it? Getting two cards there. Yeah, it's going to hurt their business. Thank you, Bridget. Aw, Autumn, Mod Squad, and last but not least, the most handsome, calming co-host ever. Yes, he's the good boy. He's the good boy. Yes, he is. Thank you, Bridget. This is them losing money. This really hurting them, and their business is being knocked down. Quite to being forced to be smaller. Six of Pentacles, generosity, Knight of Wands, belligerence kind of thing. Work, 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 work in the middle. Ace of Pentacles, Hanged Man. Goya was I think they were hoping that they were going to get a big boost somehow. And yeah, that's not working out for them. And it feels like they and people like them, it's like, okay, well, we'll play nice with Trump, and we'll just give him a little bit because he's such a belligerent jerk. And we'll just go back to work, and yeah, I'll do this. I'll really step forward. Yeah, that's going to bite him. It's going to hurt their businesses. That's very clear. So, okay, so 64. Let's see if I can get through a couple more of these. 64. Oh, families at the borders, will they be reunited? Oh my gosh, it's just so sad. It's just so sad. All right, families at the border reunited. Will families at the border be reunited? Closing my eyes, I'm reaching out for the energy. Heartbreak, sadness, like sob my eyes out if I stay in this energy for too long. Oh my gosh, these guys are monsters. These Trump and Miller, and they are monsters. They didn't build gas chambers, but for some of these poor people, they may as well have. Oh my gosh, these guys are monsters. All right, so will the families be reunited? Will somebody else be able, like Biden or somebody, will other people, will Democrats get in and be able to fix this as much as anything can be fixed, considering the sheer damage that's been done? Yeah, it feels like my heart chakra was just crushed. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so that is a card of generosity. It is a card of generosity, of charity, of helping those in need. Okay. Ten of Pentacles, Lovers, Devil, right in the middle, Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles. What has been done here is vile, absolutely vile. That's what that Devil card is. It's right at the center. The core of this is just whatever you want to call it. You want to call it sin. You want to call it corruption. It's not even corruption. It's just corruption of the spirit. It's cruelty. It's sick. There are companies who made money off of this policy, which is just vile. And in future, I do have both businesses. This is businesses also leading the way to help try to reunite families. And I've got a card of generosity here. It doesn't feel like it's. Biden has so much to clean up. But it does look like he will put people on this. Let me double check. Will Biden put people on this? King of Cups, yes, that's him. I'm here. He's a Scorpio. He's a Democrat. He is the King of Cups. Large and in charge. Five of Wands. The World. Oh, putting an end to this garbage. King of Wands, holding the people around Trump, at least bringing everything to light about what they did. Knight of Pentacles, following the money and showing Trump for just how awful he is. So, but will the families be reunited? Will families be reunited? Page of Wands, okay, Messenger. Six of Swords, that's good, that's travel. Knight of Pentacles, fortunate ones. The Ten of Wands, it's a burden. They're going to do everything they can. I'm getting that feels very strong. They're going to do everything they can, but my gosh, it's a talk about a Herculean task. Oh my gosh, Trump. You are a monster. You are a monster. You disgust me. Okay. I'm going to go on to I'm going to end today with I guess my equivalent of painting some little happy trees. Because, well, Trump sent the militia to Chicago. I've been getting that they're going to get, there's going to be some kind of legal, they're stepping up of, no, you can't do that kind of thing, but I guess we'll see. But, okay, we're about 70. Let me just finish with this. Oh, gosh. Yuck. All right, what is a good word from Spirit to lift us up? Because we do need that, because I still feel like my heart chakra's just been like crumpled. And now it's like, ow, ow, Okay, what is the good word from Spirit? What is the good word from Spirit? You know how I've explained to you guys about 1,000,000 times that the way I picture it, and I've pictured it for a long time, is that it's like there's a ceiling above us, and there's a hole cut in the ceiling right above us that our crown chakras, the energy goes up and back down through that hole, and on the other side of that hole is like the spirit realm, and our higher selves are huge ball of energy right there, because our souls are actually way too big to fit into this inside these little bodies. We have quite a bit here, but that's the bulk of it's up there, and that we are parts of the divine. I don't think I've got a piece of paper handy. Hang on, let me get my clipboard. Let go. There we go. Bring in the floating fat man, the Baron. Yes, cat. I love me some Dune references. Okay. Yep. Decent blank. Ah, there's a blank sheet of paper. That's really neat. All right. And then I'll just put this here for now. Okay. And please remember, I'm an art history major, not an art major. I was never all that amazing at drawing. Okay, but the divine is basically gargantuan, like a gargantuan sphere of light. It's spirit, but okay, and then around it, you've got smaller, you know, these are kind of archangel type things. Or actually, I think archangels are lower, but you get the idea. But then, because these are connected, and then this splits into smaller, and then those split into smaller, and on until you get down to okay. So you've got the divine, and there are multiple layers of this. This is I've skipped a whole bunch in between, but you've got the divine here. This is, I'll just say, kind of archangel-ish here. Okay, divine, archangelish, and then you get da-da-da-da-da-da, okay, and then this is a you are here. All right, you are here, and it goes to your higher self, and then these other branches go to other lives that your higher self has had. When we talk about previous life, when we are incarnated, it's a symbiotic relationship between the physical body and the part of this higher self reaching down. So when you've got another body somewhere else in time that is also a part of that higher self, yeah, we feel it as like a previous life, but it's not entirely, because that person's physical body, their brain, their what they went through, even the astrological energy they were bathed in is different. But it's still energy that goes, if they do things that are bad enough or good enough, that energy does flow up into the higher self, which kind of gets also spread back into these other lives. And Einstein basically, in a way, proved that all time is simultaneous, but that's a whole different thing. Okay, so kind of that's you, but right there is your higher self. Okay, so if I do this down here, let's do it this way. And just so happens all right, say this is higher self. All right, so let's do it this down here this way. This is your higher self. This is that cord of energy that flows down and basically goes into your head, the top of your head. So this is, oh, why not? Let's just do a stick figure. Okay, so that's stick figure you. And right above us, like I said, it's like there's this floor. It's like this floor. So like right above us, there's our higher self, and then our guides can, our spiritual guides kind of come and go up here and talk to us and share their energy with us and that sort of thing. And there are people all over who have the same thing. And they have their higher selves here, and it's quite large. And then it's connected up to larger spirits. Okay, so, oh, why is it frozen? Okay, so let me get this. Oh, let me refresh. That's odd. All right, so I'm sorry if I've put some of you to sleep or you're like, what the heck are you talking about? But this is how I picture it. And so when I'm reaching my energy up, I can feel kind of this level, and these are guides, and they come and go as needed. But when I reached up my energy and I was like, okay, what is the good news from Spirit? That's as good as an explanation as any. Thank you, Kat. When I said, what's the good news from Spirit? My guides, basically looking down where I am, pointed up over their shoulders. Not just because my higher self is right there, but pointing up at all of this. And what's the good news? They just point over the shoulders. It's like this. This is the good news. This is, you are a part of this. We are all a part of this. You can't, thank you, Dave. You can't be lost you can't sell your soul. You can't be removed. The cord cannot be cut. This cord cannot be cut, no matter what. And even if people who do really, really, really awful, awful, awful things, it's like an Epstein or whatever, when they die, yeah, it's like energetically, they end up in a very dark place. But there's still this very thin cord that's still attached to their higher self. And that is still attached to it's a very thin cord, and it's like they're on a I joke about it, I call it a trickle charge. Like when you plug in a battery overnight or something. So it's just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And what happens is they recharge over time, and until one day their spirit re-energizes enough that it's at the image I get, it's almost like a jump start. And then they suddenly, their whole spirit jump starts again, and then they realize everything they've done. And it just comes crashing down on them. And at that point, they're willing to face what they've done. They're willing to, they know what they've done. They feel it. They feel what they've done to other people. They know the damage that and then they can slowly try to work their way back up into a higher energetic state. So the good news is, forgive my bad drawing, but we are all a part of this. It looks like they've gone deep sea diving. Yeah, it's very dark down here. When someone, John Lewis just died. Thank you, Kay Nelson. John Lewis just died. I got very clearly that he crossed over, and there's rejoicing and party. There's this most uplifting. You've done such a great job. People love him. He's accomplished so much for equality, and he did so much good work here in the world. Yeah, generally you don't want to mess with people who've just crossed over. So I was kind of given that information, and I'm just leaving it alone. But it's, you go back to this, and then you're still in this form, even once you're back up in the even without your physical body, you're still you as you are. Even once you are on that higher plane, as it were. And you remain you for as long as you want to, because you're still connected. But eventually, over time, what happens is that this sense of you, it kind of eventually reabsorbs back into the higher self. And you may think, oh my gosh, I don't want that. I want to be me. Well, eventually, I think when you're on the other side, eventually you realize that we are this. We are this. We are one. So that, rather than pulling cards, this is what I felt like I should go through. So I hope that helped a little. But All right, so that's going to do it for me for today. I'm going to turn off the Klieg light. Oh, gosh, my eyes. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. You're not alone. You're not. You are not forsaken. You are not alone. You cannot sell your soul. You can be a horrible, horrible human being, and when you pass over, you end up down in the muck, the astral darkness, for a very long time, but eventually you are going to be faced with what you did. And these monsters are going to be faced. Donald Trump is going to have to face all of the damage he did. He will. Stephen Miller is going to have to face all the damage he did. So don't be like Stephen Miller. That's today's lesson. Don't be like Stephen Miller. Don't be like Donald Trump. Just do your best. Just be a decent human being. You don't have to be perfect. Just be nice. Be a decent human being. And then we all get back together, because we're all. You are a piece of the divine. All right? You are a spark of the divine. And I'm grateful for you. Don't do it. Yeah, really. All right. Well, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for being here. Thank you so much to our troll slayers. You keep us safe, and I am grateful. All right. Thank you, Mims. All right, and I will be back here tomorrow. Okay? And take care. Take care. Be safe out there. And, oh, the cuteness. Oh, big yawn. He doesn't like the Klieg light, but he stayed around, and he's very soft. All right, guys, have a great day. Hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care.